Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. No, the thumbnail is not a tease, but I'll tell you that story in a minute. I've pretty much plateaued. I'm about 205. I don't think I'm going to lose any more weight on this diet. And no, it didn't give me a heart attack, according to my cardiologist. However, I did have one. I'll tell you the story, but just to wrap up the carnivore thing, I'm still doing carnivore diet. However, under the advice of my cardiologist, he wants me to continue in keto, but he wants me to add some vegetables, things like that. Still no carbs, no sugar, no any of that stuff, and I've pretty much gotten all of that. I'm not cheating anymore, much. I'm not. As far as I can tell. So anyway, I will stay in keto, mostly carnivore. I will add vegetables for one meal in the evening, but my lunches are still, chicken, and breakfast is still eggs and ham, things like that. In any case, so there's not going to be another update. I'm just going to stay on this. It's not a diet, it's a way of life. So it's not the carnivore diet. But so last Friday, it is now what? Thursday? Yeah, I think today's Thursday. Last Friday, on the 1st of March, I went and worked out like I normally do. Arm day, gun day. And I came home, I had my breakfast like I normally do. I worked on the computer for a little bit, and then I went into the bedroom to get some laundry, to get laundry started. And when I bent over and I squished my arms together like this, I felt like not a pop, but kind of like an instant something was wrong, right? And it was dead center in my chest, and it hurt. It felt like maybe a hot coal was inside the middle of your chest, it just burned a little bit. So after that, I kind of walked around. I was like, what the hell? What is this? God. And started getting cold sweats, started getting really jittery. And so I'm like, well, shit, I'll just go take a shower. I'm in the middle of a fucking heart attack. I'm gonna go take a shower. And so I go take a shower, and after I get done with the shower, I get all dressed, and I go sit at the computer again. I'm like, maybe it's just like angina or, a whatever, panic attack. I don't know. And in any case, I text my girlfriend and I said, hey, I don't feel good. My heart hurts. I'm sweating and I'm real jittery. She texts me back. She goes, I just looked it up. You're having a heart attack. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not either. Too young for that. I'm only 57 years old. And so I text a girlfriend of mine who's a nurse at one of the local hospitals here, just right down the road, in fact, where I went. And I said, Kim, this is what's happening. And she's like, you idiot, you're having a heart attack. I'm like, fuck. So Wendy comes and gets me and takes me to the hospital, and we go to the hospital, and I walk up to the desk, and they go, can we help you? And I said, yeah. I put my hands down on the counter. I said, apparently I'm in the middle of a heart attack. They go like, oh God, okay. And so everybody out comes the wheelchair, and they sit me down, and they go and they put me on EKG. And they're like, oh yeah, you're in the middle of a heart attack. So it's like you hear over the intercom, got a heart attack, stat, whatever, all the funky words that you guys use in the hospitals. And I shit you not, from the minute I walked into the hospital, it took about no more than 15 minutes, and I was in surgery. And they, I don't know if you can see this, but it's like super purple, black, and blue. So they tried to go in through my arms, but the doctor said, you're too muscular. And so they stopped, and then they went in down here in my femoral artery in my groin, right on the top of your leg where the crease is. So they go in right there. And I'm awake for all of this. I'm not out. They gave me a little bit of morphine for the pain and discomfort. Other than that, I'm sitting here, I'm laying on the operating table and I'm watching what's going on with me on the screen. It's pretty fucking cool. So I'm watching this on the screen and I see them go in with the little, thing through my artery into my heart, and they inject like a dye, and then that just spreads out all over the place so you can see where all the blood is going. And right at that moment when they were in there, they knew where it was. By the way, I was 100% blocked. That artery was 100% blocked. And subsequently later on, a bunch of people come and tell me after everything settled down, they're like, yeah, you cheated death today. You should have died. I'm like, holy shit. He goes, if you weren't in such good shape, you'd probably be dead. And I'm like, I'm scared now. So when they're in there going to fix this, they do their little balloon, which pops it out. And then the balloon is actually, I think it's inside the stent. And then it pushes the stent into the wall. And then they leave that there so it opens everything up and removes the clog. However that's done. I'm not a doctor. And while they were in there, they're like, oh shit, here's another one. I'm like, are you kidding me? So both of my two main arteries to my heart are clogged, right? So one, I guess they call the Widowmaker. That's the one that's still in there that is 70% clogged. And the other one was 100% clogged. What the hell? It must be all the drugs and bad food choices I did when I was way younger, I guess. But oh, and by the way, I did ask the doctor, I said, I've been on carnivore for 6 months now. Does this have anything to do with it? He goes, no, I'm on a keto diet too. He goes, this has been 10, 15 years in the making. So this has been going on for quite a while. This doesn't just happen overnight. So don't worry about all that. And I'm sure there's a bunch of carnivore enthusiasts on there watching this. Philip frickin' DMs. Stop it. But yeah, so anyway, so while they're in there, they notice that other vein or artery, and they proceed to tell me about it. I'm like, well, fix it now. I'm laying on the operating table. I'm like, fix it now. And the surgeon's like, I can't do both of your arteries at the same time. In the event there's a complication, it would be bad. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So they fix all that. Everything goes well. Let's see, I had tubes in me I had them on top of my hand. I had them in this arm. I had them on top of this hand. I had them in this arm. What was funny was when I first came in, they were putting those paddles on me, the little sticky paddles. So on the intake, they put sticky paddles in the front and on my back. And of course, all these other little stickies with shit connected to them. And they take me up to the operating room. The operating room goes, our machines aren't compatible with these pads. Whoosh! Ah! Take them off the back, put new paddles on, put them on my back, and then, lay me back down. And, yeah, so anyway, so then it goes on and we have the surgery and everything. And then, the surgeon talks to me a little bit after that. And, then they wheel me down into ICU, and you have to, once you've had a surgery like that and you've had a major artery opened up, like the femoral artery in your leg, if you slice somebody open right there and cut that femoral artery, they bleed out in like 30 seconds and you're done. It's like the carotid artery in your neck. It's over with. So their main focus was on that healing, and so you have to lay down for 6 hours. You cannot get up. You can't. I had to like roll over on my bed to pee in my little container thing and then leave it for them. Poor people. But they put all sorts of shit in me to thin my blood, and they gave me an IV. I became the laughing stock of the nurses' station outside and down the hall because they all heard my story that I was having a heart attack, and I decided I would go take a shower and get dressed and walk around, try and walk it off. And I have a 100% clogged artery. Oh, Jesus. That's why I'm an idiot and lucky to be alive. But so in any case, all went well. They discharged me the next day. I am way worse than this purple down here on my thigh. My whole thigh and abdomen area is just black and blue. And I have a little bump where they went in. It's where the artery is healing itself. So I was told. Anyway, I had my follow-up doctor's appointment the other day. They've got me on some drugs. One of them is to keep my white blood cells from attacking the stent because it is a foreign object in my body. The other one is blood thinners. They put me on a statin, but I'm not going to take them. I will alter my diet. Statins are to lower your cholesterol, and they're horrible. They give you so many side effects. I did try them for a few days, but I started feeling really bad muscle pains, and that's one of the signs. A lot of people, they won't even affect them, but if you start seeing some of these signs, then it's going to affect you in all the bad ways that statins do, so I'm told. It can cause diabetes and all sorts of other crap. I'm not a doctor, look it up on your own. So anyway, I decided not to take those, and I told my doctor that at the meeting, and he said, we can't force you to do it. They're just there to help lower your cholesterol. And there's things on YouTube back and forth whether cholesterol is the cause of plaque buildup and things like that. You find your own. So anyway, yeah. So I went and had my appointment, and I have another appointment now on the 21st of March, and I'm going to go have the other stent put in. And that's an outpatient surgery. I'll be in it at I think my appointment's like 10 o'clock. He said, we'll do 10 o'clock, we'll prep you, get you ready. We'll do the operation just before 12, and then we'll let you out of there. That'll take 10 minutes, 10 minutes to do heart surgery. Can you imagine 20 years ago, they would have spread you open and went in there and fixed you. The technology today, thank God. So he said, yeah, we'll be in and out of your chest in 15 minutes and you're good to go. And then I just have to lay there flat because I told him I want him to go in my artery. When they tried to go through my wrist, I shit you not, it felt like somebody cut an opening here and started sliding rebar down through my arm. It hurt so bad, so bad. That was the most painful thing of the whole entire operation, was them trying to go in through my forearm. But the morphine, that was pretty good. Took that away real quick. Anyway, so I'm going back again. I'll have that done. And then I'm going to, my daughter works for an imaging company, a medical imaging company. So they're going to set me up and we're going to do a full body, scan. I haven't been to a doctor in 20 years. 20 years I haven't been to a doctor. That's how healthy I thought I was. Yeah, and prior to that, I think the worst thing that happened to me, I was like 12 or 14 years old, and I coughed so hard from this cold that I had that I blew a hole in my windpipe inside of my chest. And they got me all fixed up on that when I was a kid. I had to stay in a humidor bubble, just some bubble with humidity to help me heal while I was breathing that moisture in and out to help heal the wound. Anyway, I digress. So after that, we'll get the full body scan. I'm going to have them look for cancer. I'm going to have them look for other veins. Just everything. I haven't been so long, I need to go. And by the way, I haven't been to the dentist in probably 10 years either. Oh God, getting old sucks, people. I'm telling you what. So if you learn anything or take anything away from this video, go get yourself checked out. No matter how healthy you think you are. Like I said, I haven't been to a doctor in 20 years. My worst severe thing was I caught COVID 3 times and I kicked its ass. That's the worst thing I've been through in, like I said, 20 years. So you just don't know what's going on inside of your body. The poor choices you make with Burger King and McDonald's when you're growing up, you never really know the long lasting effects that shit will have on your body. And yeah, I might have done some drugs when I was younger. I can neither confirm nor deny. Sorry, Mom. She watches these. So yeah, go get checked out. Just do it. If you're over 50, go get checked out. Other than that, I'm going to stay on carnivore keto-ish diet. Not diet, way of life. Correct myself. Don't chastise me in the messages below, people. But yeah, glad to be alive, and I'm glad I'm getting ahead of this, and I'm going to live another 30, 40 years just to torment myself. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. It's a funny story. Take care.